What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. Today, I want to focus in on Ryan MacInnis of the Kitchener Rangers, draft eligible forward for the 2014 NHL entry draft. Played for the U17 U.S. development team last year, and then just committed to Kitchener about 10 days ago. He hadn't committed to an NCAA college, and big thing about going to Kitchener is his father's Al MacInnis, who had a pretty good career with the St. Louis Blues and Calgary Flames. St. Louis is where young Ryan played a lot of his minor hockey. 2011-2012 with the U16 Junior Blues, had 47 points in 34 games, and then had 14 points. The development team numbers, because they play so many different schedules. Bottom line, was played almost 100 games last year, and had just over 40 points. And he's a good sized center at 6'3" and 180 pounds. I've seen him listed anywhere between 170 and 190, so call it 180, even it out. I think he's going to continue growing. Obviously, his father was a big guy with a booming shot, and with his size, will come more. I think it'll expand his game to becoming one of those bigger centers you like to have down the middle. Maybe not necessarily Ryan Getzlaf, but even worst case scenario, could this being a Paul Gaustad of sorts. I don't think he'll be 6'5", 230. I mean, Gaustad's a beefy guy, the Nashville Predator, but I think he's got some offensive upside, and I think that's going to be tapped into in Kitchener, playing a more of a featured role than he was with the development team, and I think it's a better fit for him. I think his development will, continue and maybe even expedite to a certain degree, and I can see him definitely going to the first round, probably top 20, top 15 maybe, but definitely in that 15 to 30 range. I think he's it's possible, and I think, like I said, the NHL bloodlines are there. He plays a pretty good defensive game. Had in subpar plus minus with the development team in the USHL schedule, but that'll come with time. And I think he's going to get more chances with the Rangers. I mean, he had 5 points in 6 games at the World Under-17, so he's done well in international competition, and maybe 2015 World Juniors for Team USA. Because he's got the dual Canadian-U.S. citizenship, obviously he's chosen to represent the U.S. Because of his play with the development team. He's already played an international tournament with the with the U17 team, so. That's something to keep an eye on, but I think he's going to be a very intriguing prospect to watch. It's not often you see a guy leave the development team with a year left on the commitment, usually the two-year commitment, the U17, U18 teams. But this is going to be kind of an anomaly, and the boy has game, to put it lightly, and I think he's going to continue that progression, and I'm curious to see where he is at the midterm rankings. That's going to be. Because, like I said, if he stayed with the development team, I would have had him in the top 25. But I kind of like the Kitchener fit for him better at this point in his development. So, like I said, I bumped him up 5-10 spots. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm a prophet. Maybe I look like a moron. It's happened. One happens a little more often than the other. So I hate to admit it. Anyway, that's all this episode of the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles on Ryan MacInnis of the Kitchener Rangers, 2014 draft eligible center and son of Hall of Famer Al MacInnis. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season, off season, and beyond. Later, guys.